Now there are exactly 6,784 ways to make a jalapeno popper. That's a scientific fact, I looked it up. This is number 5,312 in that list. These are gonna be prosciutto wrapped jalapeno poppers with a mango cream cheese filling. Yes, mango. It's gonna be terrific in here, a nice little bit of sweetness with the heat and that prosciutto wrapping around it. Once that hits the smoker, it's gonna be fantastic. First thing, we gotta get some jalapenos cleaned up. Now I got a couple here and I've got a bunch over to the side that I'll do off camera. Now just like there are thousands of ways to make jalapeno poppers, there are a lot of ways to prepare the actual jalapeno. Some people like to leave the stem on, and I've done that before, but for these, we're actually gonna cut the very end off before we cut them in half and clean them out. So we're just gonna take this stem off. And to cut these in half, what we wanna do is you wanna find where it naturally rolls to and just settles. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut along that because we want two halves that are gonna rest on their own. So there's that natural point. Go down the center, and there we go. Those should rest easily on the grill just like that. You cut this other one, let's find the natural point here. And you can see this one has a bit of a curvature to it, so we kind of have to look at that too. So we're gonna go right here, just like that. And now we're gonna clean these out. Easiest way is to get yourself a bowl and a little spoon that you can just scrape all of the seeds and the ribs and everything else out. If you want to leave some seeds in because you want that extra little bit of kick, that's fine. I like to clean them out as much as possible. And this is a good time to wear gloves. I know I wear them all the time, but if you're not wearing gloves, at least wash your hands after this and don't touch your eyes or anywhere else sensitive. You just keep working through here. They also have jalapeno coring devices. Those work well, but spoon's pretty simple and pretty much everybody's got a spoon sitting around. Sometimes it comes out easy like that one. There we go. I'm gonna finish cleaning the rest of the jalapenos, then we're gonna go on to making our filling and filling these. So for our filling, we're starting with 16 ounces of cream cheese that has been softened. All I did to soften this was leave the little containers out for about 30 minutes. Get some soft, may take a little bit longer, so you just have to kind of gauge how soft it is for you. And we are gonna be adding mango to this, but also I wanna get a little more flavor in here, so I'm gonna add some BBQ Rub. And what I'm using is KC style sweet barbecue rub from Q42. I picked this up, tastes really good, so I think it's gonna be good in this cream cheese filling. Just gonna shake some in here, I don't know, maybe teaspoon or so? Really, this is totally up to you, and you could use any rub you've got or want or like, or no rub at all. Maybe even just some pepper. Now I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup of diced up mango. It's not super fine dice, it's just little cubes. And we're gonna mix, and this is gonna take a little bit of effort because even though this cream cheese is softened, cream cheese is thick. We're just gonna work everything in here, and if the mango gets mashed up, that's fine because it's gonna release its juices into this filling. That's what we want. You know what, change of plans. I got gloves on, I'm using my hands. This is gonna be much easier, much quicker. A little messier, but that's what gloves are for sometimes. And you can add your favorite fruit here, it doesn't have to be mango. I wouldn't use banana though. It'd be a little weird. This does feel a little weird doing it this way, but it's working. That's what I'm looking for. Let's go ahead and fill our jalapenos. So I have one of my jalapenos here, and I'm just gonna use a spoon to fill it. You can fill it any way you like. I'm not sure how else you would do it, but if you have a way, go for it. And remember, these are gonna be wrapped, so you don't have to worry about maybe smearing a little on the outside. It's not gonna be a bad thing. And if you wanna top it with a little extra mango or something, you can do that too. That's what I'm looking for. And now don't worry about the end here, any cream cheese coming out. There may be a little leakage, but we're gonna have this wrapped with prosciutto. Let me fill another one. Get a good amount in here. Press that down in there. Get a little bit more on the end here. Just like that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these filled up, and then we will wrap them. So here we have 18 poppers. That comes from 9 jalapenos. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move some of these off to the side and we're gonna wrap a couple and then I'll get the rest wrapped up before we rack them to rest in the refrigerator overnight. You can see we've got some ones that are a little shallow and some that are, pretty big, like this one right here. Nothing wrong with that. Gonna be some variety. I think we'll save that one for wrapping and maybe that one. And of course my cutting board's gonna be covered with cream cheese. All right, so I have a piece of prosciutto here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start at the end that's got the little opening. And I'm gonna bring this up and I'm gonna tuck this, just like that, because we wanna kind of close it off as much as possible. And then bring this around, and the prosciutto should be wide enough to cover most of these jalapenos in one piece. So you won't have to use 2 pieces, but you know what? If you do, you do. Just like that. Now, if the prosciutto, say, part of it ends in a strange place on the top here, we can pin it with a toothpick, no problem with that. You can see our end is sealed up pretty good. If there's leakage, there's leakage. That's normal, don't worry about it. Let me do another one. Same thing here. Gonna bring our top flap over and kind of tuck this in there. And with this, you can actually kind of roll it if you want. Get it like that. Bring our end piece over. See how it kind of splits, it's no problem there. We'll get enough coverage. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Look at this little piece right here. We're just gonna tuck this guy on top. He's gonna hang out. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these wrapped up, and I'll bring you back when it's time to get them on the rack and in the refrigerator. So here are all the wrapped poppers just resting on a tray on a rack. Now, why did I decide to do this and leave them overnight in the refrigerator? It's not for the usual reasons of wanting seasonings or anything to kind of meld. Really, this is just an easy way to do this, so the next day you can just throw them on the grill. You can make these the night before, or you can make them right now, take them out, throw them on the grill and smoke them up. The other thing is you could literally eat these right now. You don't have to cook anything here. The prosciutto is already cured. You got the jalapeno, the cream cheese, the mango, but we're gonna go ahead and smoke these up tomorrow out on the Weber kettle. But before these go in the refrigerator, I'm gonna hit these with a little bit more of that Kansas City style rub. Just a little shake here so we get a little more flavor on this. It's fun to experiment with poppers, try different things you wrap them with. I've done deep fried poppers before that are great. Wrapped them in bacon, ham. So really try anything you like. It's all about having fun and making food that tastes good. All right, these are gonna go in the refrigerator just to hang out, and I'll see you tomorrow out at the grill. All right, the Weber Kettle Performer is up to temp. I'm using the Mallory Firewall today and the Mallory Cast Iron Grate. I don't have a lot of charcoal in there because we really are not gonna have a long cook today. These poppers could be eaten without any cooking, but we're gonna get some smoke on them, and I'm gonna be using hickory wood today. So let's go ahead and get our poppers on. I'm just gonna arrange everybody and get everybody to fit here. The firewall ends right about here. So we have this nice indirect zone. And remember, if there's any leakage or any of the prosciutto peels a little bit, no big deal. It's all gonna taste great. Let's go ahead and get some hickory on for smoke. Just gonna throw a few small pieces on here because I wanna generate smoke quickly because this is not gonna take long. So we'll come back in about 15 minutes and check these. I'm just gonna get the lid on. We're gonna let these get going. I'm just gonna play it by ear to see when these are done. Till I have the color I want, everything looked good, maybe a little bit of that cream cheese bubbling and leaking. We'll see. See you back here in 15 minutes. All right, we have been going 15 minutes. Let's take a look at our poppers. And just so you know, I'm gonna have a special guest taster today. Oh yeah, those are looking good. Yeah, I would say these are exactly the way I want them. Nice color on the prosciutto, Little bit of darkness in some of these spots. You can see that peeling up. I can tell that the cream cheese in there is just softened. I don't want these jalapenos to be mushy. I want a little bite to them. So these are done. I'm gonna go ahead and get these off and we're gonna have a taste. So I mentioned a guest taster today and here he is. This is Justice, my daughter's boyfriend from Hawaii, and he's down here. They're gonna be moving to Atlanta, so he's here for a couple of weeks before he and my daughter move. And he wants to taste a prosciutto wrapped popper. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, go for it, pick one.
This one looks good.
I'll take this one here. So should we do together on 3? Cheers.
Cheers.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's really good.
Whoa.
You like that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It is like crunchy. Like it did like crunch.
It's just a little soft, but it doesn't take away the bite. A little bit of that hickory smoke on the prosciutto. It's nice. I mean, it really took 15 minutes. That's all. You liking it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like totally easy to make. Like I said, you can make it the day before, put it in the refrigerator, throw it on the grill with some smoke for 15 or 20 minutes at 200, 250 degrees, because everything is already cooked or cured. You're just adding flavor. What's your verdict?
Yeah, these are really good.
Okay.
These are really good.
You're not just saying that.
No.
You're not just saying that because like you're staying here right now and I could kick you out or something.
Yeah, for political reasons.
So they're good?
Yeah.
All right.
They're really good.
Success.